You. Right. Crack on with this. When the game loads, that is. Yo, everyone. Welcome in.
Get in there, Lewis. 11 race wins.
Hopefully, everyone's had a good Sunday. Yeah, it's been good, mate. It's been good. Hope you had a good one as well. How do I think esports will be like this year? Chaos. If they run the current battery settings, then yeah, it's gonna be utter chaos. Yeah. I think you're gonna see a lot more breakaways. What I mean by that is maybe the top 3 running away in the race, maybe top 4, maybe top 5. And that'll be initiated by a singular person trying to be greedy with the battery, deploying too much, then losing lap time, getting in a battle, and then people running away as a consequence. I think that'll be a common theme across the season. What do you guys think? What do you reckon esports is going to be like? Badly. Yeah. Are the V2 good pedals? If you're on console, yeah. But on PC, they're quite limited. You know, there's far better alternatives. Did they add my back? What? What? They add your back? Yeah, console. Yeah, I mean, the V2 pedals are okay. They're quite outdated. I would try to go for something newer. I would try to go for the new Fanatec pedals if I was you, mate. They're whatever the new ones are called. Not the V3, the newer ones. I would go for those. I think that's the Malaysian flag. Oh, I see. On my viewer thing, on my chat, I don't see the emojis. Yeah, load set is very important. Very important. I mean, Singapore should be quite easy. Because I did some setup improvement here before, so I say that. Should be quite straightforward. Yo, Michael, good to see you, bro. How was your weekend? It was good, mate. It was good. It was chill. Hope you had a good one as well. Basically, my weekend was spent understanding how I'm going to get money to go racing next year. So, like, building, like, my sponsorship proposal and stuff like that. Good start. Racing globally? Nah, focus on the UK. At least the battery strategy seems quite simple. Yeah, I would need some moolahs to go race in the US. Would be sick though. So if you know someone who has the moolahs to pay for it, I'll be well up for it. It needs like more stability, but without going up on the brake bias. Oh. Let's try that. Do I need new tires? Ah, good. I already selected it. Yeah, I've been good, mate. Been good. Hope you're doing good as well, man. Just nerding out on setup. Yeah, man. So yeah, I need just a little bit more support. I want to run 55 brake bias, but not with the oversteer, so... I'm just trying to find a way that mechanically I can make the car more stable on the entry. So I can run 55 without the oversteer. Like that. A little bit better. AI setups? How do you mean? You won Abu in Australia over the weekend? Let's go, man. Absolutely crack-a-lackin'. Good lad. Fair play, man. Of course, using your setups. Good lad. Wait, let me see. If I do that. At the moment, I'm just testing a mid-session save to make sure I have enough time to get out on track and get my lap started. So we have a minute. Actually, about 20 seconds. So, like, and a really efficient way to test practice, by the way, is mid-session save. So you just load it like that. And then you go back in the garage. And you go back out like that. Exactly that, Oddie. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise setup gets leaked and not fun. You're buying a cockpit today? Nice, man. What cockpit are you buying? And where are you from in the world? Because when you say you're buying a cockpit today, that doesn't sound like you're from Europe. Because Europe is already like 8, 9 p.m. So I'm guessing you're like American? Mm. It just made it a boat. And that's what we do for setups that don't work. So on that situation, I added quite a bit of off-road diff, but all it did was make the car understeer. It didn't actually fix any of the turn and oversteer. Well, no, I appreciate you not telling me what to do. Here's my updated settings, Ethan. I need to update them. The thing is, I'm trying to keep 55 brake bias, so when the car rotates a bit more naturally. But with that being said, I'm at the moment chasing like the ideal solution, what can take a bit longer to reach, rather than the short-term solution. Short-term solution will just be increase the brake bias and live with the front locking, but I don't want to do that. Like there, we already have some front locking. And there. And the fastest way to drive the game is with that little bit of rear sliding anyway. Off-throttle diff. Sometimes with this game, though, you just have to live with the problems. Nope, medium is not better there. Let's try this. Like I say, I've already done quite a lot of work on the Singapore setup prior to the stream, so I'm not expecting to change loads of stuff. It didn't change because I went to hot lap before the lap. Why is it going to hot lap? This is a glitch that I found not so long ago. That when you use the flashback or even mid-session save, the game gets confused between pressing the boost button and the hot lap. So instead of going to boost, it goes to hot lap, which is really confusing. So now it will go to boost, completely fine, but it doesn't always work straight away from the hot lap, from the save. What is ridiculous. I don't know how they did that, to be honest. An apple a day keeps a glitch away. Clearly, I haven't had my 5 a day. I don't have a Kota one just yet, no. I'm not too sure about that with saving fuel and the safety car. Nah, I don't like that. Stupid glitch, man. What a stupid glitch. Yo, buddy. Thank you for purchasing the setups, though. I'm not sure why it says unfulfilled, but even if it does say unfulfilled, you will also get the setup sent to you because it's sent by an automatic email. So the setups either in your normal inbox or in your spam filter for your email. Yeah. Alternatively, well, the setups always get sent to the email that you use for purchase. So yeah, if the email is set correctly, then it should be there. Sometimes though, some people put like .con rather than .com or little stuff like that, or they don't put the full stop or something like that, so it messes up the email. But that's really easy for me to fix. So if you can't find it in your spam folder or your normal inbox folder anyway for the setup files, feel free to drop me an email with your order number and I'll get it fixed for you today. Got it. Lovely. Glad to hear, bro. Nah, it didn't work. I don't know if I was on old tires for those. Yeah, I was on old tires for those laps. Jesus. Hopefully I get out of the garage with enough time. Welcome in, bro. Oh, 24-5. Nice, man. Good stuff, bro. Congratulations. Well, that curve doesn't work. Glasses keep on fogging up. Apex is lava. Just drifted out. Well, the 56 bias actually worked quite well in the hairpin. That's good. That means that setup is quite close to what I started with, actually. But I want to try on-throttle diff now. Because, like, considering it's F126 and you're always going to get... Well, I think always in low speed you're going to get some rear sliding. It's just the way the physics are built. And it's quick, to be honest. There's a little bit of power on understeer at the moment. So I want to see if I can get rid of that. That'd be cool. I might ditch the glasses though soon. You know what? Screw the glasses. I'm gonna burn my eyes and actually no, it's too bright. I'm coming back with the glasses. It's gonna go to hot lap, innit? I can know it's gonna go to hot lap instead of none. Oh, it didn't. Oh. What's wrong? My bad. That felt quite nice. Yeah, that was nice. I think needs a little bit more rotation on throttle. Bit busy there. Didn't actually mean to go up to 57. Curbing's pretty big this year. The lap progresses. You want to go back up on it. I probably want 85 here. Can I keep it boost mode? I'm going to take that as a no. Okay, well, I mean, that actually felt quite nice with the changes to the battery differential. AI rapid as always in quality. Jesus Christ. You know what that is about? That's because the AI have like a limited battery to use. So that's why the AI always a bit more fast in the quali than in the race, where they become a bit more limited. Yo, Brendon, I've done some practice around Singapore. My PB is a 28.0. Do you think you can beat it? Don't really care if I beat it or not, to be honest. They did 27.5s. Who did 27.5s? They're from Regen in the UK. I think they're just called Regen glasses. And what they just do is blue light. They just stop the blue light from the screen. But it's like really just aggressive for the eyes. So for me, I have the monitor really close. So like it's not even an arm length away from me. So yeah. But yeah, I think blue light glasses are really good for the whole sim racing thing. Any benefits? Immersion, I think, is a big one. Yeah, I think immersion is a big one for sim racing. If you have the screen quite far away, it's quite hard to feel like focused in the game and to be always on with the little details. Like, for example, driving this white line here is harder when you're further away because, you know, you have to take a slightly different perspective of the eyes to see all the detail, you know? Like, or on the entry here, having the... Here we go. Having the screen closer means that my eyes can be a bit more easy to pick up this detail, you know? If it's super far away, yeah, not so easy there. Plus, I only have a 26.5-inch monitor. So I purposely go for a slightly smaller monitor so it can stay closer to me. Also, because I have triples and running like triples on iRacing with like triple 32-inch, it's cool for immersion, but loses a bit of performance for esports on the FPS, and yeah, it's not really good at that point. How you doing, Nova? Have you had a good day? Pinch front tire. I think I do prefer the 100 on throttle diff though. Yeah, just as I... Is he going to let me get rid of the... Stupid HUD. There we go. Just pinch the tyre here. Too much steering lock. I try medium to see if I can use the battery earlier, but it's a lot of risk, actually. I think not that much reward. That's nice and close to the ball. Because, like, this curving is a bit more hard this game. With medium, for sure, at least at this point in the game stage, driving over it's not worth it. So you at the normal since I've gone from full-time work to where I'm at to part-time. Nice! So you have 3 jobs. Jesus. So thank you for the radio day. Oh, you're welcome, man. Hopefully your league is going well, that everyone's having fun as well. Good stuff, man. Seems like you guys were enjoying yourself. Have you lost any enjoyment for the game with the new regs, etc., or do you still enjoy the game for the years before you've been driving esports for so long? I mean, yeah. I mean, for sure, doing what you need to do with the batteries is less fun, to be honest. I enjoy the cornering on this game. I think the cornering is quite good. But the battery is so stale, you know? The battery's not fun. For me, the ideal solution on the battery would be medium and boost. None of this changing stuff. Of course, you would still have to lift and coast on some occasion, but at least it would be more simple where you need to. Like, it's not really super fun at the moment. Apply for another job before. Now this first part-time job. Oh, okay. For another job before leave that job. Ah, I see. I don't fully see, but I kind of see. Doing what we can. Like 7 days a week. Sheesh, fair play. Currently 6 races a day. Good to see people. What? Fair play. 6 races a day is crazy. If I remember, yeah, we can have a discussion about that. That'd be pretty cool, mate. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, let's have a discussion about that. Do you mean that you don't like the battery ramp down? Yeah, I don't like the battery ramp down. I think it's a bit... It's realistic, don't get me wrong, but it's annoying to need to predict that if I turn off my battery here, it actually goes to none in the future, you know? That's quite detaching. Have a good evening, bro. Hope you're doing good. The thing also what's quite difficult with it all now is the because there's so many ways to drive the car and the lap in the game now, I think it makes it quite hard to, I don't know the right word, to make like track guides, for example. Because like previous games, you sort of just tell, okay, brake here, do that, do this, lovely jubbly. Whereas now, because there's so many different strategies, like, yeah. So I try to do the best for everyone, like on my videos and track guides, etc. Instead of just only going for esports, let's say, track guide, I try to make it so it can be usable for everyone and hopefully enjoyable for everyone. So I think if it was just only me sweating the game to be like, let's see how fast I can go, I think it would be interesting. But I think it wouldn't be that usable of a track guide for many people, you know? I think it would become like only like league racers maybe would find it useful. Whereas I try to keep everything a bit more generalized to hopefully help as many people as possible. Yeah, we're doing 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, sometimes 10 as well with full grids. Jesus. I think Instagram would be the best way, bro. It's a bit informal, but for me, it's the best way. Formula Ford? No, not today, bro. I got to work. I need to work and some dollar so that I can go racing that next year. I think we could do it in the on the week though. That would be a fun. Actually, this would be a good person. Otis, if you're not going to reveal anything that you shouldn't be saying, like, we was literally just talking before you joined about, let's say, metas, and on this game, like, how, I don't know the right wording, but how difficult it is for people who don't sweat the game every day to go quickly now. Like, at least on F123 kind of time, it was a bit more... The driving was tricky, but it was more simple. So you could almost sort of get on and have fun. Like, through there, I did so many button changes. Imagine I did a full-time job and came home and be like, oh yeah, by the way, you need to go to medium here. I'm like, bye. Like, does it show here? I don't think it shows on the dash. But at the moment, I'm trying medium. So I'm in none right now. I go to medium, and you can see with the little thumb on the steering wheel. Yeah. You can see with the thumb on the wheel. I go up to medium. I go back down to none. I press the boost button. I go back down to none. Try to turn it in. I miss apex. I got too much throttle, so I got wheel spin. But that's crazy, man. That's so crazy to even think about. Like, I'm running 300 on the wheel rotation. Evening handsome. Oi oi. For the track guides. Track guides? I don't sell track guides. I guess you mean setup pack? Does the other option have ERS management? I'm having screenshots from your videos. I have a Discord server, bro. It's in the description of the stream, or should be anyway. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, all my EOS data is on my Discord server. So I actually record it on here. I don't know, they did like an update and it made all the lines a bit weird. Made them less pretty. Well, I haven't fully worked out how to fix yet, but anyway. Yeah, working a 9 to 5 and then you come home to this. Crazy. Mike. I think I recognize the name. Yeah, I was recognizing the name. I was fully ready to back Otis there though. Like I know Mike. I know a Mike around the whole Otis like server and talking with Mike before, but I wasn't sure like the KL21. So no, Mike, I recognized you, but I wasn't sure the rest of the name. Like, so I was like, is this the Mike that Otis knows, or am I about to get in a scrap? Like, looks like I'm cooking you some anthem. What? Otis, because you like milk, you need to get yourself down Waitrose and try this milk, by the way. Like, the Tom Parker Creamery. Literally, I drink it so often. It's so good. Like, kind of makes me sound like I'm doing an endorsement, but it is meta, by the way. It is unreal. Why you taped or rebrand? What? What tape? Oh, basically, at F1 Esports, Otis wasn't old enough to drink, so I got him a glass of milk at the bar instead. Why did you hide your rig brand? Oh, I see. Basically, for the Ferrari streams, that is a company that is an opposite for what sponsor Ferrari. Puma sponsor Ferrari esports, and that's not Puma. So I basically tape it up for that. Basically, yeah, to stop a conflict of interest. Yeah, I mean, every good bar has milk. Like there, you go a little bit earlier to the medium, it's so much better. Try medium through here. Neutral. Too far forward on brake bias. It's just so... When did Otis get looked at like being 37, dude? Jesus. That sounds like a local milk store. Well, it's not. I wouldn't reckon. I don't know if it would be small anymore, because it's in like supermarkets. But like the ingredients of this are pretty good. Like just to list it off. So fresh whole milk, raw cane sugar, strawberry puree, strawberry concentrate, free-range double cream, natural flavorings, natural color. And having that instead of like a full-fledged milkshake, that's actually pretty good, to be fair. Like having that instead of a full-blown like sugar-filled milkshake, that's a really nice alternative. How old is Otis? He's actually 24. Yeah. Nobody bother clipping that. Will that milk make you win a third title? It actually might, honestly. It actually might. Great. What can I improve on this setup apart from the driver? Improve the milk. Yeah, the thing is, like, Otis, I'm trying to keep the setup balanced between like esportsy and for people to drive and enjoy. So of course I'm trying to keep the setup fast, but I'm trying to keep a balance between the two. I'm trying to avoid a situation where you need to go in and wheel flick every corner, basically. So yeah. Depends on the track, really. For Monaco, I wouldn't. But, I mean, it depends on the track, scenario, driving style. Like, if you're lower down the field, then, yeah, maybe to lower them. But, yeah, it basically just depends on the track and your preference, you know? I'm going to try something a bit out there. Iggy told me that you should go 5 kilometers quicker in turn 1. He said you were terrible, driving terribly, you need to brake later with less trail braking. I was gonna say something, but I won't. It stayed in medium, the piece of junk, man. That's honestly my gripe with this game, is when it stays in medium. I know people are going to say skill issue, but banned. Otis, don't make me say the word, man. I'm having head loss. My WhatsApp message? No. Yo, thanks for the Twitch Prime, bro. What a go. Hope you had a good day, man. Oh, he's locked. The only thing you're going to be is locked out in a minute, man. Otis, you're such a little bitch. You know what? I'm just gonna close my Twitch browser. Like, you guys suck. New setup? Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. You guys suck, man. This is why we can't have nice things, dude. Can we have a collective poll to ban Otis? Do you actually like the form before now, Otis? Yeah, honestly, mate, I have no idea what the mosquito stuff is about. They randomly started saying it, and Otis lacks brain cells at the best of times, so I don't question most of the stuff he says. Still quite a lot left there. Shouldn't have gone high on the brake bias there. That's a fantastic point. Yes. Oh, is a poll already active? Let's go. I'm voting yes for that. Oh, look, it's pretty conclusive so far. I mean, yeah, if you want the wings to be a little bit lower, feel free to. What I try to do is I optimize the wings for overall pace and overall performance, and how I would want to go about running the race. So yeah, if you feel like you want it to be a bit lower for yourself, feel free, bro. But yeah, appreciate you buying the setup pack though. We have 53 saying yes. There's not even 57. How is there 61 people saying... How is there 62 people saying yes when there's only 47 people watching? How does that work? Oh, you can add votes? That's the most rigged system ever. That's how UK politics works, to be fair. Alright, there we go. I'm going to time out Otis. For 600 seconds. That's not enough. Oh well. That'll do for now. Mike spent almost 1k points to get him timed out. I'm sure he would have happily spent 2,000 as well. Mike knows game. Why is the battery ramped? Ah, wow. That's what I hate about the battery ramp down. Is you don't actually know when it's going to turn off. Ollie Behrman's on pole position. What? Fair play. I don't know if 55 is going to work, but I think that's only one way to find out. Nah, didn't really feel that good. Cool. Right, getting there. Don't know what you mean, Mike. You must be seeing things, man. Why should I watch IndyCar with you? What? What's all that logic about? Yo, buddy. How you doing, Joanne? Oversteer Dad. What a great name that is. Are you prepping for improving setups? Prepping for improving setups at the moment. Tip for fuel is if you see in the bottom right hand side of your screen, it says how many laps are remaining. So in the race, you get like, you know, plus 0.02, if you see what I mean. So you see if it's, you know, plus 0.02 or minus 0.02 as an example. Thanks for the raid, bro. We have fun F1. Hope you had fun. And then basically keep an eye on it every lap. So let's say from lap 2 to lap 3 of a race, you gain 0.02 of fuel. A really easy way to calculate the fuel for your race is, so you gain 0.02 of the fuel, right? Then let's say you have 36 laps. So you go on your calculator. So you go 0.02 times by 36 laps. So you need 0.72. Do you see what I mean? So that's a really easy way to work out your fuel. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the setup now. I don't know if that is true, McStoney. I'm not too sure. For myself as well, you better cook something. Damn, now I feel all the pressure. Oh no. Hope you're doing well, Stoney. Good to see you again, man. It is a very busy lap. Jesus. Oh, the battery ramp down is going to end my life, man. Hey, awesome. Yeah, it's really handy to have, actually. Like, that mid-session save saves so much time. Try it back at 100 there. Nah, not good. I wasn't invalidated. Crazy. And that was invalidated. Ah, that's not good enough. Damn. Damn, the rear locking killed it then. Whoa. I doubt we'll get this lap started in time. Let's see if this... It will, though. Oh, we might just. Not an ideal setup change. It's easier to drive, but not ideal. The rear's faded quicker on that setup. I think I'll go a bit past 10. Yeah, Mike, keep that out of here, man. Literally just no need. Cheers, Nova. I was just working out how to do that. Yeah, Mike, keep that out. No. All good, bro. Why have it? I didn't open straight line mode. You did. The chat actually voted to ban you. What track is Formula Ford on next week? Or next rotation? Why has it come up at that? I can't believe it was asking the engineer to come up on the lap. It was totally my fault for pressing the button, but I'm still going to blame the game. But that did give me an idea for the setup. Hmm. Okay. Let's find some more. Not too deep. Let's try that out. Hi, Brendon. Hope you're well. We're doing good, thank you, mate. We're doing good as well. Tomorrow I'm starting college. As part of my apprenticeship, I'm quite nervous. Have you got any tips? That's cool to hear, though, man. That you're starting your journey in life, or starting the working journey anyway. I think what's important to remember in these situations is everyone else has been where you are or where you will be tomorrow. That I think a lot of people forget that other people have had to go through the same life experiences. And because of that, they assume that other people are kind of immune to feeling pressure or to be relatable. My point is whatever emotions you're going to feel tomorrow and you're feeling today, someone else has also felt. And more than likely, the people that you're going to be working with have felt those emotions as well. So, with that being said, remember that the process is normal and whatever you feel is justified. And then, yeah, just go with the flow, mate. Just, even if you feel nervous, have confidence, write your stuff, and try your best to not show any weaknesses. It sounds very mean to say that final statement, but, you know, some people in the world are not nice, and if you show them a weakness, they'll exploit it. So, yeah, shoulders back, chest out kind of thing, and just have confidence in what you do. How you doing, Oscar? Do you recommend practicing GP or for league racing? I would say if you got people to practice with, practice online. That's good. But if you don't, then practice GP mode, yeah. How you doing, Jamie? Welcome in, bro. Damn. Golden F1 any F1 leagues? Not at the moment, bro. Yeah, there aren't really any leagues that really fit what I want to do, to be honest. Like, I want to just have a bit of fun, kick back, chill, enjoy. And it's like, yeah, I haven't found a league that really falls into those categories. That's really helpful. What are you feeling? We appreciate it. Cheers, mate. Cheers, buddy. We appreciate that. And if you get a chance, keep me posted how it goes, man. The Iron Man League, yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, I get on well with the owner. So I'm not gonna talk bad on the league, but they made some decisions that I'm not really a fan of. So I don't want to take part for those reasons. I'm surprised that let me keep my lap. Jesus. I was so off the track. What? Okay. Excuse me. I don't know about you, but that looks off the track to me. Oh, wrong car. Yeah, but that's a very hard exploit to recreate. Right, let's see how this one feels. Yeah, I cooked the tires earlier in the lap. Jesus. So let me get that straight, Butcher. You're telling me who I should raid after the stream? Raid WRC. Or I can do this. You're telling me who to raid. Ooh. I don't care. Hey Brendon, been a long time. Hey buddy. I kind of remember your username. I don't know if you changed it though. Do you still want to be a paratrooper? I do. But I have more goals in racing actually. So I still might in the future. I've got until I'm 33 years old to enlist, but I really want to do Formula Ford next year in real life racing, and I have some dreams to achieve before doing so. Because I'm quite aware that once I go into an army, it's quite hard to do any sort of dreams apart from that in the short run. You know what I mean? So I do still want to, but I'm also aware of achieving some other dreams before fully going in. Appreciate you, Ethan. Catch you later, bro. Wish you the best of luck, man. Go to sleep. Cheers, man. I really appreciate you coming in, though. Cheers, Mikey. Have a good one, bro. I think this will be like one of my final setups for this adjustments for this track. Bounced up on the curbing. Let me see what that setup is. Let me try this. Yo, buddy, welcome in, man. Hope you had a good day. Yeah, the badge is definitely much easier here. But it's also quite hard, like, to get back on the power with the boost mode, you know? Yeah, I think the setup is better. I just clouted the board earlier, so not ideal. Probably somewhere in the middle is going to be better. I think you're asking the wrong person if they believe in you. I think if you believe in yourself, you don't need the justification from someone else, man. Yeah. No, I agree. It's a good strategy. I'm kind of half avoiding it. Because then it becomes harder to go back down to none at the end of the straights. That was weirdly understeery. That's such a weird understeer. Because the change isn't designed to make understeer, but it did. This is very extreme and probably won't work, but we'll just see it anyway. Whoa. No, the change isn't working. Let's try that. That's very out there. Let's see if it works. Strange that that worked. What? What? Okay, let's just take that concept even more extreme then. Ah, we have to reset. Well, the thing that I least expected to work works. Well, I guess that's good learning. Boo, 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 boo. Now I want a bit of that rotation back. How can we do that? Maybe that? Let's try that. I didn't change the thing I needed to. Ah, too much. Give me that rotation. Scrumptious rotation. Too much rotation. Skid issue. Too much curb usage. Well, the meta for this track isn't what I was expecting it to be. But I'm happy I found it, at least. In fact, it's far away from what I expected it to be. GP mode, because it's more accurate for equal car performance. Tenth and a bit in there. Yeah, the GP mode is really important because it just keeps all the conditions like consistent, and you know you can control variables in this mode. What is really important. Like the AI traffic, you can see I can just keep on cycling it as much time as I like. Not enough curb usage. Nope, not good enough. Oh, Yo, I'm doing good, bro. You're doing good as well, man. I'm been in streams. I remember you, Infinite. Hope you're well, bro. Hope life is going well for you. Yeah, I hope you're doing good as well, Dras. Oh man, I locked up off the track. Like, yeah, past the white line here is like a low grip surface. So you can see, like, when I got on top of it, I pinched the front ride. Damn. How you doing, Q-Star? Yeah, doing well, bro. Doing well. Hope you're doing good as well, man. Yeah, the rear's a bit loose. But it kind of has to be. It has to be to get the lap time out of it. So the way that I'm going about setting up the car is, if you want to drive it in a slightly more conservative way, it will stay stable for you. But if you really want to push it, then it's going to rotate for you. So then when I put it on the setup shop, it can be suited to people who want a more safe setup and suited to people who want a more aggressive setup. And the simple way to control that aggression is by how quick you go back to the overtake button or the higher ERS map. If you notice, like, a really small detail with the driving, like, I go back to the higher mode of the battery when I want the car to rotate. So I'm basically focusing on having as balanced of a car on the entry and mid as possible. Then the exit rotation can be a lot controlled by how confident you are to go back to the higher ERS mode, if you see what I mean. So in summary, yeah, it is a bit loosey-goosey, but it can be tamed down quite quickly and quite easily. I'm not gonna lie, Ducking Green. You put the message also on YouTube, then deleted it on YouTube, then put it on Twitch. So look, I have to be really honest. Your message doesn't come across that sincere, because what you're effectively asking me to do is go over to the league to humble them. So you're kind of asking me to be a bit of a tool in that situation. I'm more than happy to come over and tell them to be kinder. Like, more than happy to on that. But yeah, it isn't always like the nicest feeling when someone comes and pitches to you like, "Oh, come and humble them." You know what I mean? How can you instantly go to 5 min? Basically, so what you do is you set up a mid-session save. So you press mid-session save here. It'll save you where you are in the session, and then you load it. For example, I did my mid-session save there in the garage so that I can change the setup if I need to. And then it puts you back in the session where you were, basically. It's really handy. Yeah, saves a lot of time. Why is there a yellow flag? I thought the AI crashed. That was going to be quite funny to look at. Your setup's up a ton, you've been racing Formula Car. Let's go, man. Glad to hear that you're enjoying Kai's League. I've seen him make a few videos on that. And that the setups are helping you as well, dude. That's awesome. That you're doing alright, yeah. Good man. Good man. Appreciate the kind words as well, man. A bit deep. You're welcoming, if I say your name correct? If I say your name correctly? Oh, Remy. Just want to say thanks for the videos. For real, just adjust. Well, for that, I'm glad to hear, Remy. Reggie, sorry, Reggie. Appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you. Glad to hear that you've gone from real to just. Appreciate you, Reggie. Ah, I wasn't even improving in the end. Ah, you're good, Michael. I don't know what you promoted, but I trust you that you're doing the right thing. So you're good, bro. You're good. We have SJEJWJWJ saying that I drive like the S word. Oh no. Anyway. Oh, bless you, mate. At least, like, don't say it on a burner account. Say it on your actual account. Like, if you're gonna talk shit over the internet, like, at least put your face on your profile pic and don't say it on a burner. You know what I mean? Then I'd actually have some respect for you. That's just the word super rat. Exactly that, man. Yo, bro. I'm doing good, mate. Hope you're doing good as well, man. 1v1 him. Nah, he'll get lapped in a free lapper. Watch one Max Verstappen in it. Yo, Goritz, man. You're a role model. Ah, let's go, bro. Appreciate you, mate. Appreciate ya. Yeah, there's a change to handling from F126 to F125. There's no two-player. Yeah. Really, to say if it's worth it or not depends just how much you're going to play it. If you play every day, then it's worth it. If not, not so much. Oh, I still had the boost mode on. Damn, it's getting tired. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, chat's a funny one on the internet. That's a funny one. Hit the wall. Whoa. Yo, cheers, Ras. Alright. Take it easy, bro. I'll catch you later, man. Too much curb. Damn. I don't, to be honest, mate, I don't really want to join the Discord server. But yeah. Whoever, feel free to tell whoever you need to message me. And I'll deal with them personally. That was a much better lap. I'll take that for being 11 PM. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So it's a fitting starter, mate. I use SRC as well, and I find yours way more planted. Hey, let's go, man. Appreciate the nice comment, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's not that you're annoying, dude. Not at all. But my way of solving problems is very direct, and my philosophy in life is if someone has enough confidence to talk smack, then they should have the confidence to message someone who's going to do something about it, you know? And if they are talking smack to you, then feel free to send them into like my Insta DM and I'll have a conversation with them and then we can work it out. But yeah. Huff. What does huff mean? I don't really follow social media that much. I don't really know what like it wasn't too long ago like I learned what other stuff meant. Hey, huh? It means lol. Oh. Well, learn something new every day. No, well, dude, you're deflecting the issue now. Because I've given you a way to for these people to talk. And if you send them my way, then I'll reply to them. What launch would you recommend for the setup? Around Singapore, I would say max. I would say. You just need it. Depending where you want the rotation to come from, mechanically or aerodynamically, then maybe lower the rear by a few clicks. But yeah, a lot of it would just be max wings. Oh, hello, Huff. Oh, because of his. Oh, I see now. I see, like Huff, as in because of the start of the username. Oh, I see. Okay. How you doing, Trudy? Welcome in, bro. Hope you had a good day, man. All right. Well, I'm actually quite happy with that setup now. In the end, that was well worth the stress. I'll post this on my setup website tomorrow. Let me save that there. Cool. Yeah. So I'll post this on my setup website tomorrow. Yeah, and I think I'll have the track guide for tomorrow as well. For 4 p.m. UK time, more than likely. I mean, for the people who are here at the moment, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Not really about the setup, but a way of driving the track. I've been streaming for 4 years, and I've been racing for 4 years, and went from 0 to 100. Nice. I can't catch up to the race leader once I get P2 to any tips. Is that because you burn the battery to reach P2? Like, a lot of people do that thing where they smash the battery and really burn the tires to reach the position, and then they don't have anything left after. Input trainer free? What's input trainer? Is that the thing? I can't remember his name. I don't want to be rude or disrespectful, The American guy, Carson. That's it. I've never tried it. Yeah, I never tried it. I think, for me personally, I prefer a bit more old school way of learning it, in the way of the feeling of it. But I think it's still a cool, what would you call it? Application website? I'm not too sure. It's still a really cool application to utilize. Yeah, I go none in the corners, and you can actually see, like, the reason I prefer none is if I go to medium, I have to deal a lot more with the power of the car continuously. But you can actually see a lot in my throttle traces here. This is when I'm going up my ERS mode. So my ERS mode's at the bottom here. And you can see, I think it's slightly out of line, to be honest. Maybe a little bit. Because my throttle was happening before the change. But anyway, you can see how, like, my dips in the throttle, my throttle movements are coordinated with the battery mode change. And for me, it just gives me a lot more control of when I want the power to come. I would prefer not to need to do this at all, but it's just a much more easy way of controlling the car power and having it when I want it, not so much continuously. You know what I mean? Yo, Jim, man. How you doing, bro? Hope your racing's going well. I saw some of your TikToks. Cracking stuff. I loved it. It had some cinematic music and everything. I just pulled a muscle. I didn't pull a muscle. That's way too exaggerated. I, like, bent my ankle at a funny angle. I think something important for me is, how do I do a corner anticipation at Singapore, only tight track? When you say anticipation, how so? I love it, mate. It's cool stuff. Ooh. I don't think that even showed anything, but just in case it did. No, I didn't. Cool. Well, then I can show it on screen again. Yeah, it shows my wing level, but that's pretty normal. For this track, it doesn't really matter. Everyone knows it's maximum wing. What did I want? I wanted lap comparison. I see. The thing what's quite important, right, is, let me find... I need, like, just my line. Actually, I think I can maybe show it on telemetry better. But still. Anyway. So the thing that's really important with the street circuit is in this area of the braking. So what's really important is to keep the brake pedal down long into the corner to keep the rotation. The thing that people make a mistake with a lot in the street circuit is they don't hold the brake pedal good. They don't hold the brake pedal long enough for the rotation to happen. Because on a high-speed track, right, let's take Silverstone, you have so much downforce that the car is like forced into the corner quite a lot, and it becomes much more smooth or easy, let's say. Whereas on the street circuit, you have to rely more on the mechanical grip. So you have to force the mechanical grip to rotate the car. So this is where you see me do these little inputs. Well, they look like big inputs here, but actually when driving, they're quite small inputs. Like I'm coming away from the pedal, coming away, and then I hit the pedal a little bit harder. And you can see that I'm modulating my pedal input a lot. Here is happening quite a lot. This is in the end of sector 1. So a left-hander. This is the hairpin. And you can see that my brake traces is not really like super pretty. They're not super elegant, but they don't need to be on a street circuit. And you can see I hit my peak and I reduce. I think in summary, what I'm trying to say is, of course, I'm trying to slow down the car with the braking. Obvious statement, I know. But after I get halfway through my braking phase, I'm now focused to the rotation of the car rather than slowing it down, if you see what I mean there. And that is really important. So yeah, I think that's the best way I can summarize it. First half of the braking on a street circuit, focus to slowing the car down. Second half, focus on the rotation and do whatever input you need, i.e. more or less, to generate that rotation. As an extra tool, feel free to play with the steering wheel as well. This is my steering trace in the middle. And you can see that I'm quite jagged on my steering input. And I'm dancing the car more. Like, I'm flowing with it. So, just always have fun with the car, you know? I think that's the best thing I can say on a street circuit. Yo, thanks for the 400, man. I'm not sure the currency. I don't know what logo that is, but either way, man, thank you so much. That's so cool. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure what currency it is, so I don't know how to thank you from where you're from or whatever. But anyway, bro, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now I usually use none battery in corners, race new DLC and burn battery on the straights, but the AI is just too fast on the straights multiplier. But AI cars if I'm P1. But I see. Yeah, the AI have like this inbuilt sort of rubber band thing that if they're close to you, they have a really strong pace. If they fall away from you, then they go back to their normal pace. So let's say that I was running, let's say like full pace in practice, and the AI was staying 1 second behind. They go really, really, really fast in that moment. But if the gap is like 4 seconds to the AI, then in theory they shouldn't go any slower, but they do. My point is that when the AI are sort of within a certain proximity of you, they have like a bit faster. They have like an overburn. I don't know it as a fact, but that's how it feels to me. I really appreciate the donation, man. Struggling with rotation, oh, too long. I think these cars on heavy braking I find so difficult. Yeah. So like a lot of this car is to do with the rear ride height. Let me just pull something for you guys. I want the rear ride height as a telemetry tool. I can probably put it here. What is going on down here We're having telemetry talks. I know. Like, fascinating. Content like this. Actually, I'm not going to say that joke. I thought better of it. Where's rear ride height? Ride. Well, the color difference isn't. The color difference isn't that grand, isn't that big. But take a look here. So, damn, it's so. Rake angle, that's better. Yes. So basically, sorry for the tracks overlapping themselves, but not really much I can do here. Actually. Yeah, not much I can do. Anyway, so basically, the darker this line gets, the more there is a difference between the front and rear ride height, aka brake. And the higher the difference between front and rear ride height is affecting the rear diffuser. Of course, that controls a lot of the airflow and the grip on the rear axle, right? So when you go to low speed corners with big braking zones on this game, of course, when you brake, the weight transfer goes to the front, that lifts up the rear, and that generates rake. The car is exceptionally sensitive to rake on this game, or this car model, F126 anyway. So this is why we have so much oversteer in the hairpins on this game, because the rake is at its most extreme, and that lifts up the rear ride height, and that's why we have so much oversteer on turn-in with this regulation, or the interpretation of the regulation anyway. On medium and high-speed corners, that doesn't really happen as much. As you can see, we only get an effect of the rake in the final corner when we go over the curbstone. But even then, it's very, very, very small. In actual fact, I was understeering in the final corner. So you can see a trend that when we go to the bigger braking zones, and generally the lower speed the corner is, the more the rear lifts and makes a situation for us. I'm in India, so that's right. Mate, that's crazy. Mate, thank you for doing two of them. That's crazy, dude. Thank you so much, man. You're in India. What time is it over there, dude? It's 11 p.m. for me. Is that like before or behind us? So it's roughly thanks for the tip. Appreciate that, oh, dude. Thank you so much. I love sim racing, and to be honest, you deserve more than what you already have achieved. Thank you, man. I hope someday I race side by side with you. That'll be real good, man. That'll be real good. Sometimes we do open lobbies over here, so that'll be cool if we get the chance to race together. That'd be sick, man. Anyway, I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much, man. What a legend. And yeah, this is now like an oversteer chart. And comparing to where the rake was, remember how the rake was at its highest in this moment? Then you can see a correlation between the oversteer of the car, highlighted by red, in these moments, you know? So, yeah, where the rake is highest, then the oversteer is typically highest on this regulation as well. So that's a quick summary to why it's really hard to brake. Well, not quick, I went on for quite a while, but anyway. Hopefully it was useful. Any more questions before we wrap it up? Because, yeah, I'll head off in a second. Why do you have 2-track maps? That's a great question. I don't know. It's normally for lap comparison. So if I was to load a lap, so now if I Let's take that and load it. Then I can see them side by side. But I don't really want to see them side by side. So, and yeah. Yo, man. Mate, that's 3 of them. That's crazy. Man, I really appreciate that. Jesus Christ. It's almost 4 a.m. here. I do genuinely learn a lot from you, man. Yeah, for sure we'll keep it going, and really happy that the videos and what we do is really helpful. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. Hopefully you've already slept, though. Hopefully, like, you've already slept. And 4 a.m. is after sleep and not before sleep. I can tell you, for someone who went to sleep at 4 a.m. last night, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. But it really ruins the next day. So, yeah, bless your heart, man. Bless your heart. This is just called telemetry tool. Yeah. Like, it's pretty good. It's I sometimes have a few issues with it. There we go. So yeah, like, it's quite it's not simple, but like basically you just load up whatever game you want. You put in your network settings, what I'm not going to show on stream. But yeah, yeah. It's really good though. It's the best tool. Man, mate. You're sending so much money, man. Mate, really, I appreciate that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, all of that money is going straight towards, like, my racing for next year. With the real life stuff. So that really, honestly, mate, that means the world to me. That's gonna help me buy some tires next year and get in a car. So really, mate, thank you so much. That means the world. And that's so sick that you're a lawyer. What I don't know really that much things about, like, law in this way, but what do you specifically focus on, if there is like a particular subject that you focus on? Learning to go sleep. Yeah, I need to learn to go sleep, man. Caught the end of this. Awesome stuff. Gonna book a couple of sessions. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Goals have changed from where we started. Aiming for play for PSG or WR. I need your help big time. Need the secret sauce. Secret sauce. Big time secret sauce. What are you planning next year? To be in Formula Ford. Well, technically it's called F1600 these days, but it's way better to call it Formula Ford. Anyway, what's UK National? Then to do the Formula Ford Festival and the World of Haze again next year. For me, it's the best car ever. It's the best car ever made in the history of racing cars. Like, it's so pure. It's like even the car that Ayrton Senna used to learn in. So you have H-Padden gearbox, all-weather tire. It sounds quite bad to have an all-weather tire, but they're really good tires, actually. They're really, really nice. Mate, that's crazy. Bro, okay. I really appreciate it, but you need to, like... I really appreciate it. I don't want to be disrespectful, but man, you also need to look after yourself, my dude. Like, I can imagine you're doing really well for yourself, and that really means a lot to me. But man, yeah, please never feel pressure to put any money. That's like where I feel on it, you know? Yeah, please never feel the pressure to put any money. Yeah, but that's crazy, man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. Where was I? Corporate law, Scatton, law firm, working cross-border mergers, by the way, companies and sim race. With that money? Huh? Companies and sim race with that money? I don't get what you mean. Like, companies and sim race. Like, huh? Companies and sim race. I don't fully get what you mean, bro. And I don't really know what a cross-border merger is, but sounds cool. Don't know what it is, but it sounds cracking, mate. But yeah, I was saying about Formula Ford, like it has an all-weather tire, and it's really like in the UK at least, it's quite like a mini Formula One, because you have a regulation for the engine that you have to follow, but within that regulation, you can develop your own, actually. So within UK Formula Ford, or we can call it F1600. The only thing, from what I'm aware, that is mandated is the minimum weight that you have to adhere to, the capacity of the engine and the type of the engine, like it has to be naturally aspirated, the standardization of the tires that you have to follow and buy from a specific company. But apart from that, you're actually free to develop the car as you want. So as a driver, you can actually have quite a lot of influence on the car, to develop it and to work with the team to make it super strong. So I love it. It's honestly so good. It's just the best. It is just the best. Yo, how you doing, Deacon? How you doing, Paul? Best track guy. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, Cole. Haven't played F1 in a while. What do you think of the new F1 DLC? I like it. I like the cornering on the DLC, but I don't like the battery management. The battery management is not so fun. But if you're gonna play it a lot, then I would say yeah, it's a good to spend your money on. But if you're not gonna play that much, then not really a point. Yo, Heather, thanks so much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I saw that you were playing Red Dead Redemption, right? How's it going? It's going good. We spent like 3 hours on Singapore. How is Red Dead? I've never played it. Never played that type of game. I presume it's good because you're playing it, but yeah. Man, every message you send is like with 400. That's crazy. That's crazy. Uh, uh, thank you, dude. Now I meant I'm a corporate lawyer, and whatever money I make here, I sim risk. Ah, sick. And also no pressure sending money. I'm happy to help. Appreciate you, man. Absolute legend, man. Thank you so much. Are you gonna do the Sim Racing India thing? That looks like a really cool initiative, and they're putting a lot of energy behind it, I think. That'd be cool if you get the chance to do it, man. Appreciate you, Monties. Appreciate you. Is League Racing better than F125? I don't know, to be honest. I've not done a League Race in this game. It looks equally as dirty in the racing. The racing looks equally dirty. So it's probably about the same, to be honest with you, mate. It was good. My first time doing the story. Takes a little longer to get to, but it's really fun. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Seeing a guy riding a horse in Red Dead controlling his horse with a sim wheel. Now that is a legendary move. Right. I'm gonna shut down the station and find out why I got a £400 fine from the government. I need to find that out pretty soon. Yeah, not even kidding. I opened my letterbox today to find out I got a £400 fine from the government. Don't know what about, but I must have done something. I just hope it's for something pretty cool, to be honest. Like, yeah, if it's for something cool, then fair play. If it's something lame, like a parking charge, and I'm like, boring. Like, if I'm going to be spending £400 on a fine, at least make the fine worth a good story. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this isn't a good influence for me to be telling it like that, but it's true. Monty's, I can't say that at the moment. Just purely because I'm still linked with Ferrari, so I don't have a Ferrari, and they probably don't want me speaking about their competitors. So, yeah, at the moment I can't say that. Let's just pretend it's like a suitcase with wheels. Mate, every message comes with 400. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you so much, dude. Man, maybe just from these messages you're going to pay off my fine. That's crazy, man. Thank you. What a legend. What a legend, man. Thank you. I do want to contribute and bring in the to sim racing charge. I don't know where to start. I have an Insta page. I would check out F1 Sim Racing India or whatever their page is called. They're doing a lot of like open qualifications and stuff like that at the moment. So yeah, I'll check out their page and see how you can get involved that way. I think it would be pretty good though, from what I'm seeing. I mean, well, a lot of it is also out of respect, West Coast Sim Racing, because like they pay me a salary, you know, and the way I look at it is, yeah, I have my own life, I have my own identity for sure, but when you sign a contract to be with a company, especially like a car brand, I think it's not really that right to I don't know the right wording, to promote other cars. It's a really, really small detail, right? But for me, it's just a lot of thing around the whole respect of it, you know, that I sign a deal to be associated with Ferrari. It doesn't make much sense that when I'm associated with Ferrari, that I go off and promote X and X car, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm sure they wouldn't be happy if I went off and said, oh, I have this car, but actually, maybe if I said it, they'll give me a company car. Well, Carlos Heinz. How do you know that, Mons? How did you find that out? Yes, Ferrari, solve this problem. He's 100% been Googling me. What car does Brendon Leigh drive? It's not right. Well, it's not actually right, actually. No, it's not right. Mate, Dre Bray, that would be one of my dream cars. Yeah, for sure. I think my phone's dead at the moment. When I checked it like 40 minutes ago, I had 1%. Oh, it still has 1%. Yeah, okay, awesome. I see your message request. I'll pop that up later, man. Appreciate that, dude. And Ferrari going to replace Brendon's face with a HP logo. Look. You know what? Everything's for sale. If someone buys me a Kit Kat, actually, let me rephrase this. If HP give me a Kit Kat, I would consider letting them do that. Just saying. Pause. Pause about what? It's too late. My brain is not working. So I might have said something bad. If I did, time to double down. If I give you a box of Kit Kats, can I sponsor my YouTube on your forehead? What do we think, chat? / poll. There you go, chat. That's not a good time to raid with that poll going up, by the way. But thank you for the raid. But yeah, that poll is not particularly easy to explain out of context. But hopefully you had a good stream. You know what's funny about that? I was gonna raid you, but then we got talking about Kit Kat, so yeah. Guess what comes around goes around. I appreciate you. Hopefully you had a good stream and whatever you was up to. You had a good time. Oh my god, who's the one person who said no? Who's the 2 people? I need to thank you lot. Not today, buddy. Not today. Maybe in the future day I'll do open lobbies. Well, for sure in the future day I will, but maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Hi from Hong Kong. How you doing, bro? You doing well, Jimmy? No, this is just acceleration. Lift and coast would be here. That's a lift and coast one. I would have a debate. How do you eat the Kit Kat? Do you separate them into 2 bars? Oh, I bite them all together. I literally open the wrapper and go down on it. Like a devil. I want up the offer. I'll get you a box of 12 Subway cookies. Now that's a good offer. 2 bars in one mouth. Oh yeah. No. Well. What do you mean by 2 bars? Like 2 bars of 4 wide, or do you mean 4 bars stacked like on top of each other? Either way, I can get it in. But like, Razin, we're just speaking about getting stuff in the mouth. Perfect timing. Like, I'm convinced, like, I can get like the whole Kit Kat in. Like, so yeah. Yo, see you later, Jim. Have a good week, bro. Hope it goes well for you, and yeah, see you soon, bro. Appreciate ya. No, but on a real, like, I can look. This is my flexing life. No one clipped this, but I can easily get a whole like digestive in one. Easy. Barely even touch the sides. It does. Barely even touches the sides. Well, well, who hasn't? Depends. Can you do a demonstration? I can't. I've banned. Well, I've not banned sugar from my life because there's still sugar in like normal stuff like milk, right? But I banned myself from like anything like sugary. So I'm only eating savory at the moment. And I've been doing that for like a month and a bit. So yeah, I can't test it. Literally, I banned myself from having anything like sweet in my house. Test it for you next week. Oi, oi. Here's the clarification. Whoa, okay. That's wild. You need a timeout. Electroblade, that is concerning. Is digestive like half biscuit and half covered in chocolate? Yes. So it's like it's just like a normal biscuit that's been dipped in chocolate. It's amazing. It's really good actually. It's really delicious. Oh, did T. Martin's dog die? No way!
Super cool.
No, please. I don't tell. Oh man, that's so sad. Nah, I can't watch that video right now. That's so sad, man. Appreciate you, Blade. Appreciate you, man. You'll be back after 600 seconds, so it won't be that long. Why does your turn in so much more pointy than me? How did you copy all your setups? Sometimes use... It's to do with trail breaking, bro. Here. There you go. So, like, you see how deep into the corner I carry my brake pedal? So, literally, I don't do anything with my brake pedal. No, let me say. I don't release my brake pedal for so long in the corner. So the rotation's a lot to do with that, you know? And where you want the grip to be. But Really love is Lotus. Oh man, Biscoff is amazing. That's sensational. That is sensational. Wait, are you now theoretically Ferrari's driver coach? No. They never asked me to be, so. Don't know. Don't even know if I want to do it, to be honest. I kind of look after one person on the grid. Like, I speak to him regularly. I won't say who it is. It's pretty obvious, but I wouldn't say like a coach because that's too strong of a word. But I do look after one person on the grid and try my best to help that one person. But the streets remember Chubby Brendon from 2017. I'm right. Would you say less sugar has been most significant change? And sunlight. Yeah. Less sugar and more sunlight. Like more of a mental. Yeah, exactly. That way, yeah. Exactly that. Ooh. Ooh. I want to say your videos are super helpful, especially the battery management. Oh, mate. Thank you so much, Techie. What a legend you are. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you coming in to say that, dude. Thank you, man. What a legend. You're doing God's work. Appreciate you, man. Mate, young Brendon doesn't feel that long time ago, you know? Like, genuinely. Like, in my mind, I still think I'm like 18. It's such a weird feeling. Right, who's live? And who gets the raid? Ooh. It's crazy. Oh, that's so cool though, man. I love that feeling of like life kind of progressing, but also not really at the same time. You know what I mean? That's so cool. Proper Professor of F126. Thank you, man. Ooh, Jesus. I know I'm getting old because my yawns get... The older I get, the more loud my yawns are. Is running... How do I... Oh, let me just copy and paste that. Help you build setups? A little bit. I use the telemetry to help build setups, but it depends a lot on the game. The telemetry is more useful for ride height settings. But on this game, the ride height is pretty simple, to be honest. So on that, I don't need to use it. On previous F1 games, I used telemetry quite a lot to control the ride height. But like I say, this game, the ride height's quite simple, so I don't really need to. So to answer your question, Jesus Christ, that was a yawn in the middle of my sentence. Anyway, all right, okay, this is getting out of hand. To answer your question, at the moment, not really. I use it more to refine my driving. On on previous F1 games, it was more integral to my setup development, though. Cool, let's go give Cozzy a raid. And I'm gonna go and chill out. What's a misophobia? What's that? I've not heard of that before. We should say that the front and rear anti-roll bars can be used independently, or they work together. Yeah, they work really well together. Like, you have to like set up the front and rear anti-roll bar in unison. Otherwise, they really cost you a lot of performance. So yeah, they need to stay in sync. Oh, I'm cooked. Anyway, I'm gonna head off, everyone. I'll catch you lot later. Grazie, everyone. Cheers, Michael. Later, boys. Grazie, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Bye. And we're gonna wrap up on YouTube as well. Getting triggered by common sounds. Oh, I see. All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in, though. Absolute legends. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll catch you a lot later. Ciao, everyone. Bye bye. And I need to wrap up with closing